exhibition is called Robert Walser, A Little Rumble, and it's about a novel of Robert Walser, a Swiss writer who published this little novel in 1917. And Robert Walser took this little rumble and just described the little things of his surrounding, of the world that he was easy to access for him, and he described it in very poetic, very romantic way. And Robert Walser is a quite influential artist, and one of the artists that we have in this show, and who is actually the starting point for this curatorial concept, is Ewan MacDonald. Through his reference to Robert Walser, he started this series of 85 drawings, and he also collected postcards from that time. And I was so fascinated about this series of drawings that I made it to the theme of the show. And so we invited 3 other artists to be part of the show. One is Marcel van Eden, who also took parts of Robert Walser's text for earlier works. So in his concept of drawing, all the motifs, all the subjects that he's using for his drawings are all images and pictures and texts that were existing before 1965, before the year of his birth. So for Marcel, it is always an important point of appropriating existing reality into a new reality. And in this special case, with this Robert Walser show, he took a text of Carl Selig, who was an admirer and a dear friend of Robert Walser. And in his late years, Robert Walser was hiding a little bit from the world in a psychiatric clinic. And one of the very few people who still could approach him was Carl Selig. And in January 1939, he took a walk from Herisau to Wil, and he made notations about this walk. And Marcel van Eden took the text from these notations, and he also walked the 28 kilometers between those 2 places. And so through that, there is this symbiosis of real documentation or text about this walk. And then at the same time, Marcel took some photographic notations, which is the parallel to this walk from 1939. Yeah, so Jana Gunsheimer, who is an artist living in Jena, she had a really interesting approach towards the personality of Robert Walser. She did not directly refer to some documentary details. She took the late years of Robert Walser. At one point, he stopped absolutely to write, and Jana took the image for this person who was burned out. She took the interior of a house which is burned out from the inside, and describing this melancholic moments where you can see all those traces of human existence and all those poetic moments of the things which happened there.